Hey there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome back to Subnautica. Previously, we built our Cyclops and went on a couple of expeditions to some new biomes. Moving forward, I'd like to kind of continue that. So I have a couple main things I want to do. One is, of course, continue working on the base as we go. I think we're getting closer.
Intake recommended.
Yeah. I think we're getting closer to finishing it, but we're not quite where I want it to be. There's mostly a lot of little aesthetic things I want to do. But I was kind of thinking about biomes, and there's 3 ones I'd like to investigate. And we're probably not going to do them all in one video because I realize some of these recordings are getting a little bit too long and kind of really blowing up my episode size, which I don't want to do too much. And so we'll just kind of play it as we go, and I'll kind of explain more as we jump into it, or dive into it, sorry. Okay, so first things first, we have a lot of water. And what's our water production like? Okay, let's collect. I might continue with the salt. And we could get rid of it, but it is kind of nice to have for a little extra water. Okay, this is again just temporary. I'll probably keep the cabinet, but I'm not sure we're going to keep everything in it, so I better get some food and think on what we're going to do exactly. While we're here, I had a couple of things in mind that I wanted to do. Grapple arm and drill arm. Alright. And I can't remember exactly how to attach these. They're not really upgrades. Okay, so it does count them as... I guess technically I'm right-handed, so I probably want to grapple because you're going to probably be drilling less frequently. Okay. I don't think we had anything else I was going to add to the prawn suit yet. I did make one minor modification. I did update the colors on this one, but... Oh, the name started showing up in the sea moth too for some reason, so apparently I just needed to reload in or something like that. But I originally wanted the names to all be in like regular, you know, capital letter for the first letter and lowercase for the rest. And I decided I'm just going to go with full caps because it was kind of the way it was originally designed. And I don't know, suddenly it just seemed more appealing to me. So that's pretty much it there. Probably actually electronics. Yeah, okay. Oh, I have 2 purple tablets. Okay, I did not know that. There was an area I came across that had a purple tablet screened in area, and there were ion cubes in it. I was thinking if I didn't have them, I could make some, but apparently I have 2 of them. I don't remember getting 2, but I thought I would take those with us just in case, and we can make more if needed. I want to take the propulsion cannon, sorry, and the fire extinguisher we had, because at some point I do want to go back to the Aurora, so we can pick up on the rooms I missed out on, and I wanted to make sure we have a way to get through it just in case. So, okay, so I think what we'll do is let's get this show on the road.
All systems online.
Alright. Cool. So my idea of what to do from here. I was thinking about surface biomes that we could check out that we have not seen yet, and I'm kind of debating about how much to try to cram into any single episode because just the amount of the amount of video data that I've been building up has been ridiculous, and it's taken a long time to go through it. And some of the episodes are getting really long because I don't want to remove anything that's like really new or interesting. And sometimes there's a lot more of that than I think there's going to be. And so I was looking at the map because one of the names I couldn't remember, but there are 3 particular biomes that I would like to investigate. And this is probably going to be over the course of a few episodes. It's probably not going to be something we're all going to do right here. But the first one I really wanted to look at was called the bulb zone. And we've technically been there before, but it's the zone that's kind of sandwiched between the crash site and the mountains. And we've been in that zone before, but we were going for a life pod, and I was kind of like in and out very quick because I couldn't get my sea moth into the territory. It was just too deep at the time. And there were some rather big predatory wildlife that were coming after us, and I really didn't want to mess around with them because I didn't really have any way to do anything about it at the time. And I know that's also in Reaper territory because we basically want to go past the mushroom forest near the crash site and then kind of out into that area and check it out. So we want to be careful about that. And the other one that was on my mind is the dunes, because we've been around the dunes, but we have not gone into the dunes yet, which is, I was looking at the map and it looks like it's actually a pretty big area, and I don't know if I've ever explored it that much. And then the last one I really wanted to look at, and probably the least important at the moment, is the Grand Reef, because we have not spent much time in the Grand Reef other than just checking out the edges of it. So I was thinking let's start with the bulb zone and we'll go from there.
Engine powering up.
I don't have any marker for that zone, I don't think. There's a life pod that we had that was out there, but I don't quite remember which one it was. Okay. Yes. Oh, no, let's go up. Let's get a gauge of where we are. Okay. Let's descend. But let's check our cameras. And let's descend. And if I recall, there's basically a straight line we could take through the mushroom forest down here. Like right down here. Yeah, so I was looking at the interactive map and I was kind of just trying to get a feel for what we were missing. And the bulb zone I couldn't actually think of the name of, and I was like, of course it's called the bulb zone. It's the most obvious name for it. Everything in it looks like bulbous. We are getting into Reaper territory here though, so I want to be careful about this. This is also the area where I kept running into Reapers. Okay, so we're looking at a kelp zone to the left. Yeah, and there's our electric buddy. I don't think they can do any damage to us. The question is, how far do we want to take this with us? I might just leave this here for now. I do see what looks like it could be more mushroom forest ahead, but let's go ahead a little bit. I think I hear a Reaper, so... descend a little bit.
Warning, creature attack.
Yeah, I think that's a Reaper. Okay. Oh, we coming. Okay, what can we see? Being a little bit more ballsy than I should be. Oh, there's something near us.
Engine powering down.
Let's check out the area.
All systems online.
Okay, let's see what's around here. I wonder if it was the ampules. They're just making a few ampules angry. I guess I should have checked my cameras first before I started doing anything. Alright, let's get a feel for this zone. So the mushroom forest extends over this way. I did not know that. What are those? Besides, obviously, really pretty. Not scannable. They kind of look like jelly shrooms in a way. Bone sharks. Are you what was attacking us? A little bone shark? Yeah, here I feel. Yeah. Here I was like fleeing for my life. Okay. So bulb zone is here. I hear a Reaper. Huge bulb. I think we scanned the big bulb, didn't we? Do you mind? I saw a wreckage over here, so I'd like to check out the wreckage. There you are. Let's be careful about this. One thing I haven't really done anything with yet, because we haven't really needed it, is if you look on the bottom where it says exit, you'll see those like little icons, and I just went to select, and then the 1/3 from the left has the little sparkies around it, the little shock symbols. So if you hit, I think R2 while that's highlighted, it'll send out basically a blast around the sea moth. And so if Leviathan is giving you a rough time, it'll, you know, shock it basically. Have we scanned these before? No. Spotted dock leaf. So where exactly did I leave the wreckage? Can't see so clearly here. Did I scan the little bulbs? I thought I did the big one. Have I seen you before? Yeah, just grab it. We don't know. If I don't know, I grab. We have room. Is that an eye? Yeah, sure is. We got room to store stuff, so... Who knew I'd find another ruby spot? See, I don't think I've ever really explored this place. I mean, obviously not in this playthrough, but even in the past. And I was actually looking into something. There's an item on the docket that I'm sort of looking for. I don't need it. I've never seen it before. It's probably gonna be like bone shark eggs or something. Where did I get lost? Sort of.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. Where's that wreckage? Wreckage, where are you? There's a bone shark. Did you? The bone shark looks dead. That's not good. There you are. See, I'm kind of thinking maybe we should park in here. We're sitting ducks, otherwise. Scared me. I don't really know what's in. What was that? You mind? I can't see what I'm trying to spot. I have no idea what I was just looking at. Those look like... Yeah, you mind? Go away. Light stick? Okay. What are you? Scanner room. Where's the big bulb? We have scanned you, right? Yeah. Oh, Ruby. I'm not getting distracted. What are you talking about? Let's check up top, maybe? I'm not getting much out of this. Okay. It looks like you can enter the ship. It just doesn't really give us a... It's not giving us a point of entry. math station. Yeah. Yep. Well, that's the light thing, right? We got something.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah, there's the spot. Oh, door. What's the point of coming down here? I don't see anything. Hmm. That's why. I guess I just went too far. I think I powered up all my batteries and power cells. And remembered to grab the wall. Everything was empty and I couldn't remember doing that until I saw the charger. Oh yeah. PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Cyclops sonar. Nice.
New blueprint acquired.
Stasis rifle. Battery. Can I open you? How did I get in here? There you are. No, that's not how I got in, is it? I just happened to miss that. Dirt. Oh, there's a tunnel. A tunnel that probably won't bring me anywhere useful. Oh, you just brought me to the room I was just in. Yeah, mod station. Oh, this isn't the room. This is a different room. Accessible by going under. Maybe that connects to that first door I went through. What are you? Just some faulty electronics. Okay. Oh. Something I had. Okay. So, where was the tunnel I used to get in here? Alright. This is how I got in here. Probably not. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Can't go underneath. There you are. Yeah, another reason not to go into the tunnels. You get lost. Well, I get lost. Do you guys get lost? Alright. What are you doing? Beat up a little bit. Okay. Fix you up. Alright, let's take one more peek inside here. Okay, there may be more to this place, but I'm not seeing it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We gotta have this tasty beverage here. Okay, let's carefully dislodge ourselves. Let's check around a little bit. There's a lot of fish around here. Let's do some fishing. That's a weird looking egg. I have a suspicion that that is an ampoule egg. So we got a little food in us. Were you knocking around my... They... No, not that... Oh, did that kill you? Wow. So the mushroom forest goes right into the mountains? Oh boy. Yeah, that's a Reaper. I want that magnetite though. Should we try it? Not another one, is there? Oh, oh. Let me scan you. Well, let me scan right there. Oh. Oh. Oh, I get my charge ready. Dive. Dive. Where am I diving to? This is a bad place to be. We scanned a Reaper. Okay, so far the bulb zone is not too bad. It's just right next to it. I mean, it's got its problems, but it's right next to a bad area. So I'm kind of curious to see some of these deeper areas out here.
Captain, all systems online.
The bulb zone doesn't seem too exciting. There was some wreckage I could have swore was in this area. It might be closer to the mountains, but
Engine powering up.
let's get a little closer. Okay.
Warning, creature attack.
What kind of creature are we? That did some damage. Whatever it was. Is that an alien vent? Right below us? You gonna leave me alone?
Engine powering down.
No leaks. Okay. Let's check it out. Not a vent. That was the
All
wreckage.
systems online.
Okay. Let's leave you there, then. You're right above that. Interesting. Do you mind? Huh. This one's new, I think. Maybe this is the one I was looking for. Can I hide? Oh, no, no, go away! Didn't like that, did you? Any reason you're still here? Can you go away? First of all, what are you? Alien containment. Okay.
New blueprint acquired.
That was one of the items I was looking for. Dude, okay. I'm gonna get my knife out. Can you go away? Please? Stop damaging my ship. Okay. Where's my cutter? Probably not a good idea to put my repair tool away. But here we are. Huh. You're empty. Can I take you? Stasis. Mod station. Stasis, okay. Water, thank you. How you doing? Just sitting there, hey? No, don't close it. Why would you do that? Like, what a way to kill ourselves. We don't want that. We got the vending machine. There's another one. Just goes right back outside, okay. And of course we have the water filtration unit. I'm thinking the main thing here, as far as, I don't know, when you get those
Welcome aboard, Captain.
those like data things, it always seems like you just get one of those, so I could be forgetting, but it usually seems like that's what we're getting out of them. There's one more thing I kind of wanted to get from this area, but I was
Fluid intake.
still that we could get it from other areas as well. I stand corrected. That's it. That's the item. I've never got that before. The water filtration suit. I think it went by another name called like still suit or something like that. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it, but the fact that I've never had it before, and it's ironically next to a bunch of water. Mod station, okay. What's this? Was that the light stick? Yeah. Power transmitter? Yeah, we've got that. It's destroying my ship, isn't it? Okay, how did I get in here? And is there anything I can scan before leaving? I think we have everything. Okay, let's baboosh. Where's my ship? Where did I put you? Yeah, this place is definitely bigger than I was expecting it to be. This biome, but also smaller than I thought based on the map
Vital
size.
signs stabilizing.
Okay, let's head back to the ship. Okay, so before we actually head back, because I don't think there's anything else to really do here. I was thinking, let's check out the Aurora.
Captain, all systems online.
One last time at least. Looks like we're doing good. So let's get closer to the ship.
Powering up.
Drop a little bit. And stop right about here.
Engine powering down.
Just kind of estimating where we are. We don't really need the stasis rifle for this. We don't really need anything, to be honest, but this will make things a little easier. So
All systems online.
oops. I'm trying to remember. I think we just parked right about here. Alright, so when we were in the Aurora previously, I think I commented about how I thought there was another area we could have gone to. And we could. So if you recall, when we were in the prawn dock, there's a spot where I was swimming underwater, and that's what I was actually looking for. And it actually leads to this door here eventually, but I was actually looking for an alternate. I wanted to go in kind of like the more common way. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be there. Let's do... So if you recall the way we actually went into the Aurora, this will actually get us right back to the entrance if we follow it full through. We're not going to do that, but it's essentially what you could do. Oh, I gotta remember how to navigate this. Okay. Oh, there's a keypad for this. I don't know if I know the code for this. Lab access, okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
Uh-oh, we have another door with a code. And one we can cut. So we're not really on the search for items, we're just on the search for rooms, essentially. This is an information hunt at most. And I think this is the black box of the ship. Yeah, Aurora.
Integrating new PDA data.
Aurora black box data. I don't know if there's anything up here. I think this is actually how you can get in. Question mark? Yeah, okay, so I think if you go down here, you're in the prawn dock. So if you recall, this is where we swam. I kind of saw this and I forgot we had to look up. Was not thinking. So, sorry about that, about missing out on this. I don't think there's anything else in here. I'm not sure about the code on this. I can read that later. Codes includes lab access. If you need to tweak your equipment, please use the mod station in the forward section or retrieve pre-configured equipment from the lab next door to the data coil. The door code is 6483, and I'm assuming that's the coil. 6483. No, not this again. Okay. More PDAs.
Integrating new PDA data.
More data downloads.
Data bank corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
My PDA? Like the one I just picked up? Okay. So, it's the same room, both just were on different sides. Did she really just say like this is where I worked or something? Okay, I'd like to follow up on that by reading. How do we get in here then? Right here, right? Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I just realized you can see that life pod up there. Yeah. The sand sharks. I don't want to burn daylight, but I really want to read these. I did not mean to take that photo, but I might actually keep that one. Okay, the charter. Definitions. TransGov, an independent authority in de facto control of at least one solar system and phase gate. Citizen, a person who consents consciously or implicitly to the authority of a recognized TransGov. The charter, the full legal contract agreed upon by 37 separate TransGovs and summarized herein. The Trans System Federation, or TSF, ironic. Military police charged with enforcing the terms of the charter, independent of but funded by the TransGovs. Trans System Phase Gate, any permanent installation which enables warping of spacefaring vessels between solar systems. TransGov principles. Each TransGov is to have an equal right to the most extensive basic liberty compatible with a similar liberty for others. A. Each has the right to own phase gates and planetary infrastructure. B. Each has an obligation to share phase gate access with other TransGovs on fair terms at no cost to themselves. C. Each has an obligation to financially maintain and comply with the TSF. 2. Each TransGov has the right to self-government, subject to restrictions laid out below. A. No TransGov may develop weapons and technologies outlawed in Appendix 9.1. B. No TransGov shall engage in population abuse. Okay. What can we learn from the hive mind of Strater 6? How are the individuals which make up a hive mind to be categorized? Are they merely dumb components of the larger intelligent organism, or is the larger mind merely a product of the independent organisms? Can it be both? We define organisms by their traits, but find invariably that these traits depend on those of their environment. The concept of a tadpole is meaningless without the concept of a frog it will develop into, The idea of a predator is empty without an understanding of its prey. This begs the question, if we define everything by reference to everything else, what have we actually explained? An illustrative experiment was recently performed on the hive mind colony discovered on Strader 6. A device was placed outside the nest which would electrocute individuals approaching it. An ant colony would have lost many individuals before a basic danger signal was successfully communicated between them. Among them would be more appropriate, resulting in learned avoidance of the device. Successful but costly. The Strader 6 colony quickly formed into two factions. One attempted to move the device by brute force, sacrificing individuals as they did so. The second attempted to cover the device in sand. These two goals being mutually exclusive, a fight ensued. The first faction was beaten in virtue of their reduced numbers. The device was safely buried, and the survivors called a truce. From the perspective of the individuals, this experiment must have been horrific. From the perspective of the hive mind, a nagging problem had been overcome with the most effective solution. Which perspective is the correct one? We suggest that it is neither, or neither. By attempting to fit such entities into our rigid set of concepts, we are painting onto the world a false impression of concreteness and meaning, which is a reflection of our concepts of ourselves. We describe Strader...
Calorie intake recommended.
We describe Strader 6 individuals as attacking one another, just as we describe microbes in the human body. Yet the...
fluid intake.
Okay. Cannot be healthy as a whole without the aggressions of its components. We describe neurons in the brain as being dumb, but brains as a whole as intelligent. But when an idea takes hold in the brain and forces out inferior ones, do we describe that as an act of aggression? Do we mourn dead neurons? When philosophy or a technology takes hold in human society, when wars are fought over them and people die, is that rightly seen as being good or evil? This is not to undermine the meaning of our existence. From where we stand, our existence is very serious indeed, but is our civilization and our universe really any different from the colony on Strader 6? Is intelligence something limited to being things of flesh and blood, or is the universe truly one giant intelligent system, and we but amoeba blowing self-important potholes into the surface? We would do well as scientists to remember that our goal is not to paint the world as we see it, but to see it as it truly is. Okay. Aurora, black box data. So what does that imply about us? That's what I'm not understanding. Is there something else in here? Aurora black box data. Initiated slingshot maneuver around planet 4546b. High velocity energy pulse detected on planet surface. Emergency distress signal sent to Altera listening buoy via long range comm relay. Impact detected, life pod bays on starboard side compromised, outgoing communications compromised. Emergency evacuation initiated, manual piloting transferred to Captain Hollister. Life pods 1 through 25 launched successfully, entering planetary atmosphere. Massive impact registered, drive core shield compromised. Emergency bounce backs received from 8 life pods on planet's surface. Human life signs detected over long range as T plus 8 hours 1. So everybody except for us died in that short period of time. I guess we are the only survivor at this point. Personnel unaccounted for. Non-essential systems maintenance chief Riley Robinson. That's why I've heard that name before. Okay, so our name is literally right here. Non-essential systems maintenance. Non-essential systems maintenance. So we were the person taking care of the stuff that nobody really cared about. We're probably the person who was like taking care of like the snack machines and stuff like that. Because they said something about the like, oh, you just get nuts and fruit this time because somebody broke this, and I'm like, but that's probably our job to fix that. Altera. Wow, that's really funny. I never picked up on that. Altera HQ rescue solution received at T plus 8 hours to high priority terminal in captain's quarters. Monitoring equipment failed at T plus 13. Okay. All right. Interesting. So okay. We'll read the rest back home. We're close.
Engine powering up.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never picked up on that before.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
We can make it, right?
Engine powering down.
Okay. I don't think we need to do anything with the sea moth, so I'll just grab what we need and unload it inside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so I wanted to finish reading up about the stuff we've collected. So we got the important stuff out of the way here, but there were some... oh yeah, so the habitat installation. This is one of the main things I've been wanting to finish the base, because we can use this for growing, hatching the eggs, essentially. So alien containment. Despite huge Altera-led advancements in stellar technology, exploring new worlds still has its challenges, and alien life forms are one of them. That's why we built the Alien Containment Unit. The unit is designed primarily to breed larger or more dangerous species. Technical provisions. Units must be installed in multi-purpose room modules, so it's just like the reactors, essentially. Units must be connected between rooms stacked in a column, which means if you stack a multi-purpose room on top of the unit, you'll have the aquarium underneath it, and you can build one over it to kind of extend the aquarium's size. A hatch must be installed in order to access the unit, which is how you get in and out. And yes, you can swim with the eggs and all that. The base of the unit is a planter, allowing seaflora to be grown from the seeds, which means, of course, you can grow stuff on the bottom. And I want to try and see if we can grow blood pustules into blood kelp that way. I think that'd be kind of cool to try. Breeding tips. Provided sufficient time and living space, organisms of the same species should mate and reproduce. Eggs inside the unit will hatch over time. Organisms raised from birth and captivity often exhibit unusually passive behavior, which means predators will be okay around us, will be nice around us. Warning, environmental controls may fail if the unit is overpopulated. Infections may be transmitted faster between specimens in artificial environments. Never tap the glass. You don't know what will tap back or how hard. Yeah, and that's a real life thing too, of course. Alright, so light stick. So this is one of our new ones. A mobile battery powered LED light which provides low level light in a 360 degree area and can be attached to most surfaces. So just some external lighting, essentially. And water filtration suit. This is kind of cool. So we're going to drink our own pee, essentially, if we build this. Water filtration suit. The industry standard water filtration suit is designed to minimize water loss while exploring hostile environments by filtering and recycling bodily fluids. Reclaimed water is stored in containers for later consumption. Normal production rate is 2 bottles per day. Filters contaminants from no less than 4 different bodily excretions. Blood and sweat may be effectively processed. Upgrade to Mark II to make the most of tears. Tears, right? Yeah. Wait, how'd you get tears? Never mind, let's just go on. Onboard flavor neutralizer can be activated at startup. Flavor neutralizer not included. So you taste the pee. What about other bodily secretions from that part of the body? Wait, those wouldn't just happen passively. I guess you never know. We don't kink shame around here, okay? We don't kink shame. Water filtration suit because drinking reclaimed urine is better than death by dehydration. And better reclaimed urine than, you know, straight up urine. Okay, indigenous life forms. So we got some flora. So this was the only new thing I could find in the bulb zone. Spotted dockleaf, a simple aquatic plant. Chemicals within the leaves act to neutralize poisons and acids found in other local specimens, thereby actively encouraging predation by herbivores, albeit in small quantities. This ensures the plant both spreads its seeds but retains enough surface area on its leaves to survive itself. So yeah. And the one, the only, we finally got our Reaper Leviathan scan. So cool. Still the scariest one to me. And you can see is by far the more dangerous than the Ghost of Leviathan was when trying to scan it. Leviathan class species are vast organisms at the top of their respective food chains. This species is a streamlined hunter with highly developed senses. Number 1, powerful mandibles. And to me, this is kind of what makes it scary. This Leviathan is capable of locking prey in place with 4 powerful mandibles and drawing it within reach of its jaws. Simulated pressure exceeds Seamoth crush resistance. And this was my first introduction to the things. I was just minding my own business, traveling around the Aurora, and as soon as I got back to the tail end, I got grabbed by one of those out of nowhere, and it was just like in my face. It was the most terrifying experience of my life. I went home after I regained my control of my ship because I was so lost in the water. I went right home, I saved, and I turned the game off. And I texted my buddy, and I was like, Emily, what are you trying to do to me here? Shout out to Emily if she watches this. Yeah, so, and then she turned me on to my favorite game of all time, so... one of my favorite games of all time. 2, echolocation. So the deep roar emitted by the Reaper at regular intervals is effectively sonar. If you can hear it, the Reaper can see you. The Reaper can see you. I don't think that actually works in game. I think it just does that and then roars when it actually knows you're there. So 3, profile. Scanned specimen measured 55 meters long, observed circling its prey and attacking from behind. This creature is almost all muscle, very little brain, no sense of morality, just muscle, synapses, and teeth. Motivational note, congratulations on getting close enough to scan it and living to see the results. Assessment, extreme threat, avoid it in all circumstances. Yeah, so even the game's congratulating you because it's that hard. They knew what they were making with that. Alright. Actually, let's check our reactor odds really quick. It's depleted another rod. Oh boy. I did find out there is a nuclear waste disposal in this, which I thought there was, so we can get rid of the reactor rods. We just can't do it in regular trash. Yeah, I want to work on the base a little bit, but there's a few things I tagged here that I thought we could build. The suit, the light. I didn't realize that the light was something we could actually use. The sonar upgrade, and then the torpedo thing upgrade. So I thought let's try these if we have the stuff. Okay, I think I have everything we need here. We gotta do some crafting to make this work. A couple copper wires, I think. Need one chip. Which you can actually see the chip. My head's not blocking that. I need to start growing gel sacks, but we have enough to make a couple aerogel. Okay, I think that's all we need crafting wise. So, oh wait, we make this stuff here, don't we? Okay, so water filtration suit.
Water filtration suit equipped and capturing body moisture. To chemically neutralize residual odors, press the activation button in the next 3 seconds. You have chosen not to activate chemical taste neutralization. Thank you, and have a nice day.
We're drinking pee! I love that they did that. That's really funny. You have chosen not to. Okay, light stick. Oh, glass. I need glass for the light stick. We have plenty of glass. Oh, maybe not as much as I thought we did. Cool. Okay. Take those off the list. Alright, the other two are for the Cyclops. So for now...
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Your energy was looking pretty good. Okay, sonar upgrade, which is really cool, especially when you're in dark places. And decoy tube, I think just increases how many of those decoys we can load at one time. Not really a high priority for me, but I don't remember. Do I need to take you out? I'm gonna take you out. So we'll do sonar and decoys. Okay, because it holds up to 5, and I think we have 3. So let's load in the other 2. I think they're downstairs. And with all of our excess water. Right. A little more water. And drink the one I have. So we'll need to build more if we want to fill it, but... yeah, so basically when we get these, it's like if you have a Reaper or Ghost of the Leviathan following you, you can eject one of these and it will distract them. Sometimes they work, sometimes they really haven't, but it really depends.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, okay, so for now I've added basically to my list here just some stuff that I want to add on, but the multi-purpose room we're going to build a little higher in the one that we're not using right now, and we're going to build 2 levels of aquarium. So I have the alien containment on here, and I want to build a dome on top, and we're going to make that into our kind of living space. And so I'm probably gonna have to go get us some glass because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for all this, but that's what we're essentially gonna be doing here. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is the one we're gonna use for the aquariums and for my room. So we want to build 2 more rooms. The top one will serve as our living space, and I think it's really cool because if I recall, you can actually see through the floor in the aquariums. So now I've never done this before, I don't think. The glass dome. Wait, what am I running short on? Oh, titanium. Oops. I thought I had enough. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now. Okay. So we want our containment in here. So this is just going to take up the entire center of the room, which is really cool, if you ask me.
Aquariums provide an ideal opportunity to study alien fauna up close. Select carefully which life forms you bring on board. They may also be studying you.
Yeah, and so we have basically just there's a glass plate under there, which I think is really cool. But we're gonna extend this upward, and if we want to, we can extend it up as far as we want, I think. But I don't know how much room we actually need, but I don't plan on keeping things in here. I just want to see what they are, really. So we'll do a ladder, I think maybe on this side. There we go. Okay. We'll need a hatch to get in, but we'll do another one over here. And then we'll do the containment. There we go. And then this ladder will take us up to our top room. And we have a bedroom. So this is where we'll stay. Now the hatch. Oh, reclaimed water. Okay. So just 20, just like the filtered water. I just noticed these were collecting. I didn't even notice we had them before. Okay. Alright. Now, can I get blood pustules to grow is the question. That'd be flora. So I've never tried this. But I thought it might make for a cool thing to have. Looks like it took. So when it starts to grow, we'll see. Alright. So if I want to do solar, how feasible is this going to be? Yeah, that works. I guess it's a matter of, do we want to do more than that, or is that good enough? That's 12. 400. Okay, ready titanium. Take what's left in here for now. I guess I'll leave a little bit. Okay, and I was thinking of growing one of these. I assume this can only hold like one. Cool. Reinforce this wall. Look at that. Yeah, that'll work. I can do the other lantern. Alright. And if we want to do a shelf, maybe. Shoot. Oh, the coffee maker's a wall mount. Okay. Well, we can still something under it. Don't want that coffee spilling on the floor, you know? Give me my coffee.
You look like you could use some coffee.
Oh, yeah. 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 So it's just getting in the way at the moment. Okay. So we want to do... Oh, well, actually, I was going to do this glass. I was thinking of putting something here, like a spot to sit. I don't know if I'm really going to use it, but... Okay, do we have any more glass? Alright, that works. I like that. Okay, first of all, remove you. I think that's it. That one. I think that'll work. Alright. Yeah, so we got some nice lantern fruit going. I always do the wall planters in my room. Okay, new glass. Well, spell the night. Sleep. I like that they let me choose side to get on. That's cool. Could I do a wall planter there? Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll do that. Suppose I could quickly do some glass. Let's do here and here. Then the rest we can reinforce. Yeah, we have a little bit left. We can do. I almost thought I was gonna fall through there. Okay. Okay, so these have grown up. New pustules have grown back. Very cool. Very, very cool. I like that. It was a good choice, I think. No, why not? It's gonna chew up the titanium, but all strength ain't gonna fail. Oh my god. There goes all my titanium, right? I don't have that much glass either, now that I'm saying that. Okay, so this floor should be good enough for now. Oh no, I didn't want to. I wasn't trying to get in. Yeah. This one's all set. This one, I was gonna do the beds, right? Okay, cool. Then we could do like a desk, maybe. Good enough, I think. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're good. Right here. Yeah. I was thinking we have the posters. Keep calm. Alright. And there's prawn ones we can put in the prawn bay. I was kind of debating if we wanted to put another control system in here if I do end up building another prong suit, but I was like, you know, I'm not sure that that's really necessary. Like I said, natural selection 2 implies the existence of a 1, right? Let's move you up a little bit then. Yeah. Oh, down a little bit. Or is that one just a lot bigger? That might just be a lot bigger. Okay. We'll do the other one over here somewhere, maybe? Maybe let's do it right here in the middle. Yeah. Like that. And that. Cool. I don't know what the hell it is, but maybe what we'll do, I could line them up with the base set up here.
Farming alien plants is a proven survival strategy. Craig McGill survived 47 months on a healthy, raw salad of live tree roaches and stag root.
It's comforting. Yeah, we don't really have enough to do a full bed of either, so let's do those in there for now. We'll do these in here. And I think we just whack them with the knife and then replant. Okay, that'll be it so far then. Let's start. Okay, so
All systems online.
we're gonna get our girl loaded up for our next expedition. And I'll kind of show y'all what I've done with the base, because there's a lot. Okay, I think everything is good here. And I think the way this works, if I'm recalling, you don't want to harvest them because, you know, we'll get rid of them that way. But I think you just give it a whack. And then, that didn't work. And then go to the planter and just replant with what you have. Just reap, resow, and then take what you want. And we'll kind of keep doing this till we fill the bed. And if we want, we can do some extra beds. So, and these, what are these called again? I forget. Gel sacks. And I think we use those for aerogel. These are the deep shrooms. If I'm recalling, we have room to do them all. Yeah. These are the ones that are really acidic. And I think they're used for hydrochloric acid. I don't know if we're going to need any. But I'm just trying to put useful things out here for now. I thought about doing some of the prettier stuff. So I was thinking like we could do some jelly shrooms and other fun things. But for now, I just wanted to do practical. And I don't remember how this works. I think we just drop them in here. I don't think it's going to be overpopulated to have a few of them. But we can also collect the blood oil from the blood vines here, which is really nice. I think I actually need one more. Oop. To make one more benzene. Yeah. Okay, so our sea moth Persephone is loaded up in our Cyclops, so we are ready to go on our next voyage. And I think next time we are going to follow up by going to the dunes and see how that fares for us, and maybe adding some stuff to our Cyclops. Maybe we'll even come back and test out the prawn suit. Who knows? We'll kind of see what we get at that point. We're pretty low on titanium and silicon, so at this point that's a lot of what I burned through, and I've gone out and collected a few times to restock some of that, but we probably don't have a ton left of either at this point. We're still doing good on pretty much everything else though, except for some, you know, some of the more organic things that we just collect from the environment. As far as what we've achieved this time, we went to the bulb zone, which is one of the 3 locations I had left I wanted to really explore. We found what I was hoping to find, so from here on out it's mostly just going to be, we'll see what we get, because I can't honestly think of anything that I'm missing, but it'd be great to get anything that we don't have. We did put some additional things in the Cyclops for when we're traveling, so we got the pee suit, I'm going to call it the urine suit, so we can drink our pee if we have resource issues while we're out. That was pretty hilarious. So, and you'll definitely see that because there was some interesting dialogue that went with it from our PDA, and which was hilarious, really hilarious. I thought that was a good touch. I really liked that. And what else did we do? So we scanned our first Reaper. That was really cool. So we have that. Oh, I actually did some other scans. Actually, we'll save them. We'll save them. I finally got to scan the crash fish. I think that was the only thing that came up. But one kind of came at me at an opportune time, or didn't come at me actually right away. So I was able to scan it before it activated. But yeah, so I'm getting pretty tired. So yeah, that's what we did as far as exploring went. And then I came back and I basically just finished up the base itself. So we're pretty self-sufficient at this point. We have tons of water. I haven't even started dipping into the filtration system water because we haven't needed it. I've just been kind of using whatever I have left over from my disinfected water. And I've been keeping a bunch of it on the Cyclops just because, you know, we may as well use it. And we don't need to worry about stopping and looking for it. I just need food, which is why I want to add planting beds on board if we can. Which I know we can. We can fit them. We just got to figure out how we want to do it. And so that's kind of nice to have that. So again, that's what we'll do next time. So I would say this is more successful than what I was expecting. I'm not sure what the dunes are going to be like because there's not much I have in mind to get there. But I do have those tablets. So I have, you know, if we come across any alien places out there. I think there's one, if my memory serves correct. But, you know, we'll see what's out there. It might be a fruitless effort. But we do need to do some work on our lithium scanning base out there anyway. So we can put that to good work and, you know, if time serves, maybe even go on and do the last area because, like I said, we've already been to the Grand Reef a few times. We haven't really gotten into it, and I'm starting to get a feel for how big these biomes are. So yeah, thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.